Good evening, how's it going? Let me see. Hello. Good evening. How are you doing? We're only on for half an hour of no music. Yeah. So, yeah, how's your Friday night going? I'm going to be on a Netflix bus tonight. You know, uh, watch a couple of things, have some nice food, bit of dessert. We'll see where it goes. No music, just me chatting shit. But yeah, I watched the thing on Netflix called Adolescence. Very good. Stephen Graham's in it. I'd recommend it to anyone to watch. Who's a parent and anyway, watch it. You know. Me, I'm alright. I'm just fucking chilling out. It's a Friday night, so you know, I don't drink or I don't do class A drugs, so I'll have a few joints and then I'll go and watch something on Netflix. You know, when the little man gets settled tonight. Uh, you know, I like quality time with me chick, you know, watching a movie together, you know, sitting down together and actually like saying, how was your day? And you know, the noble way. I tell you what, this shit is grade A shit. I don't even need to make another one, but fuck it. YouTube is tearing each other apart, and everybody wants to be a tough guy on there, you know. But if the truth be told, a lot of them are fraudsters, they're phonies. You know, they tell you that, this, that, you know, but there's ways of finding out they're lying cunts. Greedy bastards. All they want is your money. You know. Like, there's even one channel in our circle that charges £35 a month. Imagine that. £35 a month. You know, that's a bit steep, isn't it? No names. Or no nonsense. You know, 30 quid, lad. What's that about? You know. Any recommendations from anybody? Have anybody seen anything decent that you'd give an 8? engage with me. I haven't got long. I've only 25 minutes and then I'm away, to enjoy the rest of me Friday night. Uh, Plus, we got rid of one of the kids, so just get Thomas settled. And then me and me Queen can have some quality time together. But yeah, I watched a thing last night called Adolescence with Stephen Graham, and it was very good. Uh, he said to his son before he got interviewed, he said, "Son, I'm gonna ask you this once. Did you do it?" And he said, "No, Dad." He said, "Promise me you didn't." He said, "I didn't do it, Dad." They had CCTV footage of them fighting. They had CCTV of this girl pushing him on the ground, and he got back up and stabbed fuck out of her, and she died, and he left her there. Very good. There's a lot of good stuff on Netflix I could recommend. I love war stuff. Anything to do with war, I'm all over it. I love it. You know. Uh, I see Finn is on 220 and rising. 80 subs to go. Hello, Jesus. Jesus has never blessed me by coming in my life, so now I can tick it off my bucket list. We have Jesus Gomez. Odele, Odele. Hey, Holmes. Odele. So, in 20 minutes, I have 20 minutes to get rid of the 3 bad boys, which I'm doing. That one's half baked. Them 2 are gonna get decapitated very soon. And then we're off to Buttermilk. Everyone's welcome in here, even Mexicans. Ireland loves you. I'm a big fan of Barrera and Morales. The trilogy was fucking amazing. Shout out to Andy Ruiz and Eddie Guerrero. Viva la raza, baby. He used to come out like that, like, that frog splash he used to do, man. It was sad when he died, I thought it was all part of the show, you know what I mean? And it's like you just see him falling on his face, man, and the camera is looking at him, and he's just like that, man. When you mess around with steroids and stuff like that, it can make you very aggressive, I used to pal around with lads that were banging juice into their arse on a daily basis, and it shrinks your testicles and lowers your sex drive in a way. But it can turn you crazy, especially if you add cocaine to it. I had a couple of friends that were mad into the gym, mad into steroids. I had a mate, I'm not joking you could have stabbed him in the arse and you would have bent in the blade. That's how hard his arse was. From banging that shit into him, you know what I mean? All that testosterone and, it turns you into a fucking, like when you're in that gym and you're around other men and they're all like that encouraging each other, lift it, fucking lift it, you can lift it. That smell of sweat in the gym where loads of tough guys are in there, like, and I've been in some mad gyms. I remember going to a couple of years ago. Clayton boxing gym's a mad gym, but it's controlled. It's a controlled environment, and it's a gentleman's community centre. It's like, and everybody in it, there's levels and there's manners and morals, and you have to remember when you come into Clayton boxing gym, there's a sign at the door: leave your ego at the door. You know, if you're coming here to disrupt other children who are working towards getting to the Olympics, and that's the standard they set for the kids in Clayton, you know, getting to the Olympics, you know, all it takes is for you to catch a kid that you see talent in and bring it out in him, you know, make him believe that one day he's going to represent his country in the Olympics, and there's no bigger satisfaction or there's no bigger award than actually being selected for your country to represent them in the Olympics. You know, I've had family members that have represented the Commonwealth: Glenn Stevens, Paul Stevens, James Stevens, Crumlin Boxing Club, way before Conor McGregor was ever in that boxing club. My three cousins, Glenn Stevens, James, and Paul, they all boxed in John Bosco Club. Conor McGregor, when my cousins boxed there, Conor McGregor must have been a baby. You know, they went on to box in the Commonwealth Games. They weren't great, you know. Average. Like, my grandfather was a boxer in the army. Me granddad Knowles, you know, and he liked the row. And in the 60s in Ballyfermot, there was a lot of tough men, you know. Uh, but when my grandfather used to go drinking, you know, a good night out to him, it'd be to have about 12 points and fight the toughest guy in the pub, because he was Joe Knowles. And Joe Knowles had loads of mates, you know, and they used to fight amongst each other. And it's crazy, some of them people went on to have kids who I ended up growing up with. Like, I know a couple of families who have their mammy and their daddy from Ballier, like, you know what I mean? Like Harpo, his ma and dad are Ballier, you know. Uh, O'Driscoll's, Quigley's, and they live down in Ballier too, like, you know, near where my family used to live, and that's how we know each other. And everybody knows each other, you know, and it's like, as long as you don't break the rules and you don't tell on anyone or you don't interfere with anybody, you'll be left alone, you know. Everybody knows their place up there, you know, and Irishmen are meant to carry themselves a certain way, you know. We all have a past, you know, but you can't let your past define you. You know, I used to do bad shit, and me mates did too, but I can't take accountability for them. I can take accountability for my actions and the bad decisions I made in life, and I have to live with that. But I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. You know. Hey, Jerry. Jerry, I lacked ambition. I could have been a champion too. You know, but it didn't pay the bills, and at the time it was either sell drugs or become a civilian again. You know, like, yeah, shout out to that Adventures with Jay and Jamie. If you're not sub to his channel, can you go do it? Long story short, let me just go off track for a minute. So, I've always had a thing about the paranormal, right? Now, I had a spiritual awakening a few months ago. My ma died in 2018, and I ended up trying to take my life, right, whatever, and before that too, but I ended up having a son and a grandson, and a few weeks ago, I was in bed about 9:10 in the morning, and I heard my son crying. He's right next to me, right? Because he's only one, right? And I just turned real quick, and I swear to God, I could see me mum looking at him, and it frightened the bollocks out of me. And then, when I tried to, I thought I was going to have a full-on panic attack. I thought I was having a meltdown. I was like, here, hang on, did that just happen? And listen, I swear that on me dead brother's grave, on me mother and father's grave, she come to see my son, not me, and didn't even leave a selection box. It happened near Christmas, and it just spiritually awoke me and it frightened the bollocks out of me, like, but what calmed me? You see, in my bedroom, it's total darkness. I can't sleep unless I'm in solid dark, no ambient light, no light at all. And it was in the morning, and there was a reflection in the bedroom, right? And my bedroom door, when I close it, as you're coming in, there's a unit. And anytime anybody passes it, it makes this little sound, right? I seen a fucking dead person looking at me son, and then I just seen something go vroom. And next of all, when I breathed in, I could smell me mum's perfume, right? I swear on me fucking brother, on me kids' lives. And here's the thing, right? My missus has about 7 or 8 different perfumes, right? Your missus will have loads of perfumes, but not one of them is Cool Waters. And my mum used to wear this fragrance called Cool Waters, right? And I smelt it, and something just, I don't know, I had this calm feeling come over me, but it frightened the bollocks out of me, you know, because you don't see dead people unless you're going crazy. And it's like, I had to ask myself, am I losing my shit here? Because listen, I know what me eyes seeing, and it scared the bollocks out of me. Scared the baby Jesus out of me. But yeah, lad, here, I went to a couple of them most haunted events, and that there I could call around it. Then I started watching Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, fucking, where they do loads of EVP sessions in different buildings, abandoned buildings, like asylums and old jails and shit like that. Like, listen to me, like I said, I've questioned myself since it happened, you know. I've never had a visit of a dead person. Don't get me wrong, when I'm dreaming, a lot of them come to me, but this was different. This wasn't a dream. I was awake, you know. And I'm off me mood stabilizer on many fucking days. I stopped counting. I don't need it anymore. And I feel myself again without it. And coming off medication is not easy. And I'm doing it one by one. And I'm logging it all. I've made a shitload of videos, and I was looking at my old phone, and there's like 6,000 videos that you haven't seen. I'm gonna blow my own channel up. I put the brakes on, and I told you last week I'm gonna start putting my foot down, and we went past 3,500, didn't we? Well, less than 1,400 and odd subs away, Jerry, But here, Jerry, you see that fella in there, Adventures with Jay and Jamie? It's a father and son, and they go around abandoned buildings, Jerry. That are haunted and shit. And do like ghost fucking hunting fucking shit. I said to me missus, I've been talking to this geezer that goes around doing ghost hunting, and I'd fucking love to go with him one night if he was up near Manchester. You know, and bro, listen to me, no disrespect to you, but you're going first. Me bollocks, I'm behind you, bro. There's no fucking way. And here, if I hear that and I see that, and I'm leaving you. I'm gone, bro. Listen here. I've no problem with things I can see. If I can see, I can hit you. But here, I'm not very good with things I can't see. You know, me bollocks, man. I watched an episode of Ghost Adventures and they were in this fucking institution, right? And Zach Baggins, yeah, he put his mate in a fucking morgue fridge. Right? My man's in there like that with a camera, yeah? And you can hear mad noises, you know what I mean? And he's fucking booting the door. Get me out of here, mate, please. I didn't sign up for this. Listen, I'm brave, but I'll be honest with you, the dead can't harm you, but they can scare the bollocks out of you. Now, I start watching shit about Zach Baggins, right? And he has this fucking haunted museum, yeah, where he has this doll in a case. The doll is haunted. Do you believe, right, guys, right? Now, listen, I'm a big fan of the supernatural, the paranormal, and aliens. My brother Alex believes that aliens are already here. And they look like humans except for their ship shapers. It's like, do you know what? I'll tell you what is. You know AI? The technology's going too quick. And you know what? It's going to work against us in the long run. What if a fucking robot could say, you know what, I can fuck with the whole world? Have you ever seen Eagle Eye? Yeah, say no more. Yeah, I am out the window, mate, me bollocks, man. I was watching this one, right? These guys, yeah, and they were in this fucking house, yeah? And all the lights are out, yeah? And it's an old house, yeah, where you go in the kitchen and all the pots and pans are hung over your fucking head, yeah? There was 2 tables with chairs, yeah? My man walks up the stairs and he hears this fucking noise downstairs. They all run back downstairs, yeah? The fucking table, yeah, and the chairs are stacked on top of each other. Like, defying the odds of gravity, the way they were stacked up within seconds. You know, I'd be out there, I'd be saying, nope, 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 I'm out. Yeah, I am not a celebrity. Get me out of here. I am not a gay and I am not willing to stay. Fuck that, I am away. Jude, where are you going? Bro, away from here. You know, like a few weeks ago, I was here on my own, right? My missus was staying out, yeah? And I said, you know what, fuck it, I got myself a bit of munch, you know what I mean? I had a few spliffs. I was on the sofa and I watched a thing called The Pope's Exorcist, right? 15 minutes into it, I start hearing noises upstairs and I'm like, fuck this, mate, I'm knocking this off. You know what I mean? I had to knock it off, man. I wouldn't have been able to sleep. You know what I mean? I had to knock it off, man, and put a comedy on. You know what I mean? To snap me out of it. But there's a new thing coming on and I've been waiting for it. Fucking Bin Laden and the search for him. You know, like I said, I watched a thing last night called Adolescence with Stephen Graham in it. And if you're looking for something to watch, guys, watch it. My man, our top boy, The Shade, Ashley Walters plays a copper in it. It's very good, guys. Give it a watch, yeah. I apologise, I have no music tonight. It's sad, you see, because I don't pass me shit to Anton or anybody. Not because I'm greedy. Like, if you're here, like, you can even ask Lee Marvin, right, when he comes, anytime he's here, yeah? He makes his own, I make me own, and we'll sit here and we'll just blaze, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't need to be a yardie or Jamaican. I smoke most Jamaicans under the table, bro. This is an everyday thing for me. You know, it's like you build up a tolerance if you have if you have a few beers and shit like that. You know what I mean? I built up a tolerance for weed. It helps me with me pain. Don't get me wrong. There's loads of good painkillers out there, but I can't take them anymore because they could kill me. Cocaine was like my guilty pleasure, like, and it's like I had to choose between cocaine and living, 'cause it's a bad, cocaine's not your friend, it's your enemy. You're your biggest enemy. It's not the drugs, it's you, it's us. But we don't want to admit it to ourselves, we can't, you know, but you need to if you want to move forward. You have to be brutal on yourself. You have to check yourself and say, listen, I wasn't a good person and I did bad things. What am I going to do about that? Well, I'm going to try flip it, and every bad thing I did, I'll do 5 things. For every bad thing I did, I'll do 5 good things. And every night I go to bed, I say a few prayers and I say to God, please, God, watch over me family, me friends, and even the people that don't like me. I'm rooting for you. Before I go, I have a friend who's I have a friend who's sick at the moment. And her name is Lena Chick. She's not been in for a week or so because she's not well. Listen to me, I'm praying for you and I'm rooting for you. And you get strong again. And like I said here, you're always going to be part of this team. And if you're not sub to Lena Chick, guys, can you go and do it and leave a little message on a community page for her because she's just struggling at the minute and she's not very well. And she's part of my team, so yeah, it's like, yeah, so go over, give her a sub and leave her a little message, of encouragement because we all need that every now. I'm bollocks, bro, yeah. I'm 50. I have a 1-year old that wakes up 4 times every night. Am I tired? Fucking right I am. Tired here. Would you be tired, bro? If you had a 1-year old waking you up all night? I'm tired of cunts. You know what I mean? But look, it is what it is. You reap what you sow. But like I said, see me, what calms me, right? I like to watch a good movie. Like an A. Like, and here I'm always recommending stuff for you to watch. Has anybody seen anything good on Netflix you could recommend? Like I said, I don't go out. Me and me missus, we don't go out. She doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't take drugs, and she's been like a saving grace for me because if you're an ex-addict and you're around people that are doing drugs, according to statistics, every 5 people out of 10 will relapse. So I stay away from certain places like pubs. I don't drink anyway, so I'm not missing anything, right? Uh, Haley, I'm waiting for a documentary on Netflix, right? And it's all about when they captured Bin Laden. You know, it tells a story about CIA, Homeland Security, FBI, everybody. You know, it was a team effort to find him because England and America they did everything in their power to get him because he was a high value target. You know, capture or kill mission. And listen to us, we're gonna bury this cunt at sea so he won't be a martyr. There won't be no graveyard to go to, there won't be nowhere, you know why he's going to fucking sea. You know. I watched the Black Hawk Down one, Jerry, yeah? And it's brilliant, you know. Like I said, bro, they went over there, it was a quick snatching. That's all they had to do was go in there. You know, nobody should have known they were there. You know, but they brought in 3 Black Hawks, they brought in 2 birds, they brought in fucking Chinook helicopter, and they're hovering above this fucking market where they sell AK-47s, RPGs, and my man goes like that, look here, fuck you. No, that way, like that, look. Stinger. Hey, the biggest heat signature on a Chinook is the fucking rotor on the back of it. The tail. Patrick, hey. You're fucking there, mate. Hey, I'd a knife that close to your neck. Brilliant movie that is, Patrick. Great movie, Dead Man Choose. They killed his brother, didn't they? And he come back, he got in your man's house and painted his face like a clown. Do you see him with the gas mask? Can you imagine off you nothing ketamine? And this cunt with the mask on, you know what I mean? He made him a cup of tea, he put all the shit in the tea. The whole lot, there must have been about 6 ounces. Like that, look. Oh man, that was brutal, you know, but that was his brother, you know. Like you'd feel like you failed your little brother, you know what I mean? I'd fucking go on a killing spree, man. I would, you know. You know, 'cause that's my brother. Nah, look at here. That's your family at the end of the day. You know what I mean? His brother was his brother was mentally challenged. Yeah, and people took advantage of him. You know what I mean? And yeah, but it's a great movie. There's loads of movies. I watched that Get Hard the other night with Kevin Hart, man. I swear down, it just makes me laugh. You know, I like a good comedy. There's a new one with 8 parts and it's called Welcome to the Family. Yeah, that's right, but I'll tell you one thing, man. Oh, they picked on the wrong fucking brother, I tell you that. You know. Come here, Patrick, look what John Wick did. You know, they killed his dog and he went and killed 400 man. Nicolas Cage lost a pig and he went and killed a few people. You know, your pet is your pet. You know, imagine someone robbing your pet. That's a proper violation, that, like coming and taking your dog or something. You know, but listen to me, yeah, I'm gonna fuck off. I hope you all enjoy our weekend. And like I said again, I have a friend who's not too well, Lena. She's a chick. She's on 875 subs. She's on, right? And she's struggling at the minute and she's not feeling too well. And you could put a smile on her face by subbing to our channel. You know, Raymond's on 80, Lena's on 75, Finn's on 220. It's like the channels are going up, you know, but you could help the channels if you have a backup channel. All you have to do is sub. It's free, you know. So if you're not sub to Finn, Lena, and Raymond, can you go do it? Enjoy the rest of your weekend and your night. Everything in moderation. And if you're thinking of harming yourself, there's loads of numbers out there. There's Samaritans. You know, listen, if you take a chance and talk to your family about your feelings, and if you're thinking about self-harming, speak to someone about it, because listen to me, your pain is going to carry on killing you and suffocating you, and you have the power to eliminate that pain and tell her, listen, you're not going to dictate to my life no more. You've hurt me too much and we are finished. So you need to bounce. Listen, I don't want fucking trouble, bro. Just like that. Right, I'm away. I am not the... Here, listen, like I said, Patrick, can you do me a favour? Thanks for coming in, Jerry. Patrick, I have a couple of people, yeah, if you're not sub to, could you do it? I have a mate named Finn. He's Irish. I have a Scottish friend, Lena, Ayrshire chick, and normally I'll make a couple of shorts. Hey, how about this, Jerry, for a prediction? Last night I said it'll be 3-1, but Real Sociedad will score in the first 10 minutes. Go look, I couldn't believe it, Jerry. I got an alert. Bang on 10 minutes, they scored. Can you imagine, Jerry, if I'd have put a tenner on that for Sociedad to score in the 10th minute? What are the odds of being of that? I didn't put a bet on, not one. But like I said, look, YouTube's about networking and it's about supporting each other, your fellow content creators, and if you can help another channel get that bit further in their journey so they can hit their first 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000. You know, it's like, because then they have their identity, they're content creators, and they're going to help people. And the more mental health channels on here, so be fucking it. And I'm a grateful person. If you want to send me a prop for my channel, you're welcome. If you want to buy me a coffee, you're more than welcome. But I'd sooner you come in and engage and say, you know what, Jude, I've been in recovery 10 years and I went on a cocaine binge. And I like that shit because you're being real and you're saying you're being accountable for your actions, because it's not clever. You know, like I said here, you're getting fucking older. Like, you know, I'm 50 years old. I've no business doing cocaine at my age. You know. But anyway, here, God bless you for coming in. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night and God bless. Love yous. Peace.